Hey, hi, happy Monday. I am River Lightbearer, owner of River Evolutions Healing, Channeling, and Coaching, here to help you evolve into your best life and create it, because I forgot that part of the tagline. Um, so, how's it going? It is Monday, and I am tired, and I am forgetting things because sometimes that happens when I'm tired. It's a really windy, cool day out, which makes sense because it's October in Massachusetts, which is in New England, USA, and it's going to be getting colder. But I wanted to go out today, and I don't like going out when it's cold. Um, but that's not what I'm here to talk about. So I practice Chios Energy Healing. And right now, I'm on hiatus from doing that. I'm still recovering from my throat surgery, and I need to devote my energy to healing myself. But I wanted to give you a little bit of an overview about what Chios is. Um, Now, first of all, I just said that I'm putting my energy into healing myself, which is true. But it's really important to note that when I do energy healing, I'm not using my energy. Um, when you do energy healing, and I believe this is true no matter what kind of energy work you're doing, whether it's Chios, whether it's Reiki, whether it's healing touch, whatever it is, you're not, I believe it's true of the others, it's definitely true of Chios, you're not using your own energy. When you are a practitioner of an energy healing modality, particularly Chios, again, I'm not trained in other modalities, so I'm going to speak about Chios, but I believe this is true of other modalities as well. When you practice Chios, you open yourself up to become a conduit for healing energy from the universe. When I teach Chios, I describe it to my students as, you're a straw, the healing energy is the water. The straw doesn't affect the water, the straw doesn't create the water, the straw just lets the water go through. And that's the way it is with the energy. Chios is a modality that includes techniques to remove blocks in your energy system and to repair damage to your energy system and to basically rebalance everything and get things flowing optimally again. Everybody has an energy system, and the energy system includes 7 major chakras or energy centers. Last week I finished a series of videos about that, so you can go back on the River Evolutions Facebook page and check those out if you want to. And in addition to the 7 chakras, there's an energy field which has 7 layers. Each layer corresponds to one of the chakras. Some people call the energy field the aura. I was taught that only actually the 2nd layer of the energy field is what people talk about when they say they see your aura or whatever. But you can call the entire energy field the aura. Words are words. Your energetic health, your energy system, is intertwined with your physical health and your mental and emotional health. So, like, I just had throat surgery. Not only did that leave an incision in my throat, which is why I'm wearing this scarf, but it also interfered with my energy system. So now I need repair to the energy field around that area, and it impacted my throat chakra, which is located on the throat. So that likely has some blocks and maybe some damage that needs to be restored. I am able to do Chios on myself, but I'm also going to work with another healer, because you can do energy healing for yourself, and it's definitely effective, especially if you don't have access to a healing practitioner. But I find that receiving healing from somebody else is more effective than doing it for myself. And if you practice any modality of energy healing, I'd love to hear from you whether you find that it's more effective to do it for yourself or to have another do it, or if there's like no difference for you. I'm interested. I'm curious. So if you have a physical illness or injury, it can affect your energy system. If you have a mental or emotional illness or injury, it can affect your energy system. And by mental and emotional injuries, I'm talking about bullying, abuse, verbal, well, any type of abuse causes emotional injury, to be honest, not just verbal abuse. It could be somebody insulting you. There are many things that cause emotional, what I refer to as emotional injuries, and that affects your energy system. At the same time, if you experience an issue with your energy system, it can affect your physical and emotional health. So if you treat your energy system, it can help improve your physical health and your mental and emotional health. It's not a substitute for medical treatment. It's not a substitute for mental health treatment. It's a supplement. It's part of a holistic approach. And I always tell my clients, if you have a physical illness or injury that you're worried about, please go to a doctor. If you're experiencing mental health symptoms or you're experiencing emotional distress, see a professional. I'm not a professional. I'm a professional energy healer. I'm not a licensed doctor. I'm not a licensed mental health practitioner. And I would be doing a huge disservice to my clients and others if I said, oh, energy healing will make you all better. It will help. It will support wellness. It will support your healing journey. But it's not a substitute for other types of health care services. Chios was developed a couple of decades ago, give or take, by a man named Stephen Barrett. He did not create it, he developed it. And I'm not going to get into the whole story of the history of Chios because that would make for a really long video, and half the time I get the details wrong and have to look it up in the manual, but there is a manual. These techniques are used to if you have blocks in your energy field or in your chakras, the techniques can remove those. If you have a tear in your energy field, as I do from my surgery, these techniques can repair those. If your energy isn't flowing properly through your energy field, these techniques can help with that. And by doing that, they can help you to feel better. They help with your sense of well-being. They help with your health. They are not a health treatment. They are an energy treatment. I've found in my experience, I am a survivor of abuse and trauma, and I have found that Chios techniques are extremely effective for me. I have experienced Reiki. I didn't really experience any benefits from it. I didn't experience any detriments from it. It just didn't work for me. And the reason that Chios and Reiki and healing touch and all the other modalities exist is because nothing works for everyone. So, people who come to me and say, well, I've had Reiki and it didn't work, I recommend that they try Chios or they try another modality, because something will work. It's just that Reiki didn't work for them. For other people, Reiki works great and Chios doesn't work. No modality is better or worse than any other. It's just that nothing works for everyone, but everything works for someone. And clients that I've worked with, many of the clients that I've worked with, not all, but many of the clients that I've worked with have experienced abuse and other trauma, and Chios has been really effective and beneficial for them. I practice it because it resonates for me. I practice it because it has helped me. I had Chios sessions done for me long before I learned Chios myself. I started learning it because of how beneficial and effective those sessions were for me in helping me to identify experiences from my past and the energetic damage that they'd caused, and helping me become clear on those experiences and on how to work with them and work through them to create a better life for myself. And so I wanted to learn Chios because I wanted to bring the same benefit to other people. As I said, I'm not doing Chios sessions right now because I'm putting my focus on healing from my surgery. But I do plan to resume offering Chios sessions by distance only on November 2nd. And I'm only doing it by distance right now because, you know, there's this pandemic thing going on, and being in the same physical space with somebody and having to put my hands on them, not necessarily a comfortable or wise thing to do at this time, unfortunately. Obviously, there are ways to make it safer, and I'm working on that, and I do hope to resume offering in-person Chios sessions in the future, but that future is nebulous. The future of distance Chios sessions is November 2nd. And if you are curious about Chios, if you're curious about how a distance session works, if you're curious about any of it, please feel free to comment on this video or message me through the River Evolutions Facebook page. I'm always happy to answer questions and give suggestions. The next few videos that I do, I will be talking about distance. I will be talking with words that actually come out of my mouth. I will be talking about distance energy healing, specifically Chios, and how that works. Because energy isn't limited by time or space. So I can do just as effective a Chios session on somebody who's in Australia as I can on somebody who's in front of me, which I think is one of the coolest things about practicing energy healing. It's not limited. But, you know, I think that Chios is awesome. I don't think that it's the only awesome modality. It's definitely not the only effective modality, but it's the one that I'm familiar with, and I'm familiar with it because I think it's awesome. And I think it's awesome because I'm familiar with it. See how that works? Anyway, I just wanted to hop on and give you guys a little bit of information about Chios and what it is and why I do it. And I'll be talking more about that over the next few Mondays as well. I'm on here doing Facebook Lives on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday between noon and 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Mondays, I talk about energy healing or energy or the chakras or that kind of stuff. So I will be back next Monday with more about that. I will be here tomorrow to talk about whatever pops into my head that seems relevant at the time, because Tuesdays I give myself the freedom to just kind of talk about stuff that's relevant. And yeah, so between noon and 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And again, if you have any questions about Chios, about energy healing, about me and who the heck I think I am coming on here talking to you about all this, please feel free to comment on this video or message me through the River Evolutions Facebook page. And I will be back tomorrow. Meanwhile, take care.